Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again for my weekly vlog, See What I Can't See in 2017. I'm taking a year journey to focus on building my faith, and I'm also sharing some tips with my fellow actors, as well as all the things that I'm working on. So today I'm sending my vlog from a pretty cool place, and I'll share with you that in just a couple of minutes. First, I gotta start off with sharing some acting tips that have helped me throughout the years and are still helping me right now. Number one, when you go into the acting room, just be yourself. Learn when to be yourself, I guess I should say. Obviously, when you're going in and you're portraying a character for a TV or a movie, you want to be that character. But in those moments where you get to talk to the casting director or the producer, or if you go into commercial auditions, that's the time when you get to shine and you get to show who you are. Sometimes they just want to see, what is your personality like? How are you to work with? How confident are you? So don't stand so stiff and tall and not locking your knees, but like my acting coach says, just breathe and be in the room like you're talking to a friend. But my second tip, once you leave the room, you just gotta leave it all there. Someone sent me a video recently, and they were sharing a video from Bryan Cranston, and one thing he says is that success is that you're bringing the character to life. But so much we think that the success is booking the job. But it's actually, most of the time, we're not going to book the job. If we can bring the character to life, then we've done our job. And sometimes an additional blessing comes and you actually book it. Awesome! But talking about on Facebook or whatever to your friends, oh, the audition I had and I hope I hear back and everything, just leave it there. In fact, I had to tell my husband when we got married, stop asking me all the time how the audition went. You'll know if I book it because he's so supportive. But for me, I just had to let him know, like, I did my job and I'm leaving it in the room. And if something else comes from it, awesome. I can't wait to tell people, but I'm not going to dwell on that because one thing is for sure, we have no idea the reason most of the time why we don't book something. I know there's so many times where I'm like, that was an Oscar winning role, but I didn't book it. And could just beat ourselves up, but we have no idea. What am I working on? Well, as far as the series goes, the Shelter series, I'm excited to let you know that Liz and I, Jordan Moore, who's also helping, and Barbara Benville, we are having our next production meeting tomorrow for the Shelter series. We've already got some of our social media up, the Instagram and Twitter page, and I'll be creating the YouTube page soon. So you can start following us at shelter_series. It is so much work doing the production side. As an actor, you get the script, you bring it to life, and voila. But behind the scenes, man, I can't tell you, I'm so grateful for all the crew and the producers and everyone who gets ideas off the ground so that we can watch them, we can hear them as audience members. So please keep following us. It's going to be awesome. It is a lot of work, but it's going to be great. But what else am I working on? Well, like I said, I am sending this video from a cool place. I'm in my trailer. I'm on set today, and it was a complete surprise. I'm so grateful to everyone who's just been there with me day in and day out and just spurring me on. You know, this occurrence actually goes hand in hand with what my faith lesson is that I learned this week. So basically, I auditioned for this role back in September, and I completely forgot about it, but I got a call yesterday that I booked this role. And if you know anything about the casting process, it usually doesn't take that long for a TV show to get booked. In fact, when I auditioned for it, it was filming like a couple weeks later, so I was like, yeah, didn't book that one. But imagine if I were to sulk and to be like, oh my gosh, I'm horrible. That was my Golden Globe one right there, you know, and and there it goes. It would be horrible if I'd been dwelling on that only to get a call several months later and then be like, oh man, this whole time I was tripping and I was like destroying myself in the process. So the faith lesson I've learned is that sometimes the whole lesson is the persevering. You know, if I were to book something 10 times in a row, every single time I auditioned, that would be pretty cool, but it's not going to build my character, it's not going to build my resilience, it's not going to really show me who I am and what I'm in this for. So I'm grateful for those opportunities. And I think that the thing that I've learned and that I really want to share with you all is that if you can be hopeful in the pursuit while you're waiting for anything in life, whether it's professional, career, relationship wise, if you can be hopeful, then it will make your everyday life so much more enjoyable and so much more meaningful. It doesn't mean that we're always going to get exactly what we want when we want, but the journey and how we live it through, that's really what we're bringing to the table. That's the light that people see when you get into the room and when you meet people on set and when you interact with people at your job, or you go back and you share stories with your family and they're like, why are you still doing this? But they're seeing like, wow, you're still hopeful. Those are the things that you can contribute and that you'll find out will keep you going, and you'll be like, yeah, man, I'm glad that I was fighting through all the failures that I thought were failures, because man, it's really cool. I enjoy this blessing so much more after. So anyway, thanks so much for listening to my vlog here from set. I can't share with you what I'm working on or where I'm at yet, but of course, if you follow me on social media at marielburke.com, my website, or at Marie L. Burke, Instagram or Twitter, then you'll get the updates when the time is right. Love you all. I'll see you soon.